Have you ever been asked to hide a body while volunteering at a food bank? Last Tuesday changed everything I thought I knew about charity work. I'd been volunteering at the Riverside Community Food Bank for 6 months, sorting donations every Tuesday and Thursday evening. It was my way of giving back after getting sober. The routine was simple. Unload trucks, sort cans, stock shelves, go home feeling useful. That night, I was alone in the warehouse when Dolores, the night manager, burst through the loading dock doors at 11:47 p.m. I checked the time because she was never there past 9. Her hands were shaking, and there was something dark splattered across her yellow volunteer vest. "Jonah," she gasped, "I need your help, no questions." I'd known Dolores for months, sweet grandmother type, always bringing homemade tamales for the volunteers. She'd helped me through some rough patches when I first started volunteering, never judging my past. So when she asked for help, I didn't hesitate. She led me to her beat-up Honda Civic in the alley. The trunk was slightly open, and I could see a shoe sticking out. A men's dress shoe, expensive looking, with blood on the heel. "It's not what you think," Dolores said quickly. "He's not dead, but he needs to disappear for a while." The man in the trunk groaned. Through the dim light, I recognized him immediately. City Councilman Reeves, the same politician who'd been on the news promising to increase funding for food banks while secretly selling the land under 3 of them to developers. The same man who'd gotten rich letting kids go hungry. "He came to the food bank tonight," Dolores explained, her words tumbling out. "Said he needed to destroy some documents before the FBI raid tomorrow. Turns out he's been embezzling from the city's hunger relief fund for years. Millions meant for families, gone into his offshore accounts." She showed me a manila folder thick with bank statements, emails, proof of everything. "He tried to burn these in our dumpster. When I confronted him, he attacked me. I hit him with a can of green beans, industrial size." Reeves groaned again from the trunk. There was definitely a green bean-shaped dent in his forehead. "Why not call the police?" I asked. "Because half of them are on his payroll. The documents prove it. If we turn him in now, everything disappears, and he walks free by morning." She had a plan. Her nephew worked at a cabin 2 hours north, completely off the grid. We'd stash Reeves there until the FBI raid, ensuring he couldn't warn anyone or destroy evidence. It was kidnapping, technically, but Dolores had spent 30 years watching hungry kids while men like Reeves got rich off their suffering. We transferred him to the food bank's delivery van, hiding him between pallets of donated pasta. I drove while Dolores kept watch. Reeves woke up twice, both times screaming about lawsuits until Dolores showed him photos from the folder. $27 million, she'd say calmly. "That's how many meals you stole from children." The cabin was perfect. No cell service, 1 road in, nearest neighbor 10 miles away. Dolores' nephew Rodrigo was waiting. Turns out he'd lost his teaching job because Reeves had cut the education budget to fund his yacht. He was more than happy to babysit. We left Reeves tied to a chair with a week's worth of food bank donations. "Ironic, right?" Dolores said. "Living off the same expired cans you claimed were good enough for poor families." On the drive back, Dolores made copies of everything at a 24-hour print shop. By sunrise, packages were sent to 6 different news outlets: the FBI, the state attorney general, and WikiLeaks for good measure. The raid happened at noon. They found Reeves' empty mansion, his missing Bentley, and enough evidence to indict 37 city officials. The manhunt began immediately. Dolores and I went back to sorting cans like nothing happened. When the detective asked if we'd seen anything unusual, we just shrugged. "Same as always," I said, "just trying to feed the hungry." 3 days later, Reeves stumbled into a police station 200 miles away, dehydrated and rambling about being held captive by vigilante lunch ladies. Without his phone or contacts, he'd gotten lost trying to walk back to civilization. No one believed his kidnapping story. Why would a grandmother and a recovering addict risk everything to kidnap a councilman? The trial was beautiful. 27 million in stolen funds recovered. 14 food banks reopened. Reeves got 35 years. Dolores retired last month. Said she wanted to spend time with her grandkids. She left me a note. "Sometimes feeding the hungry means removing the obstacles first." The FBI never did figure out how Reeves disappeared for those crucial 3 days. The security footage from that night mysteriously corrupted, a common glitch in our ancient system. I still volunteer every Tuesday and Thursday. Last week, another politician showed up asking about our financial records. I offered him some expired green beans, industrial size. He left quickly. Sometimes doing good means getting your hands dirty. Dolores taught me that. She also taught me that when someone asks you to hide a body at a food bank, you should probably ask if they're breathing first. Makes the whole thing much less complicated.